How are you? Who's here? I see two people coming on. So I was about to film something and make a vlog. Hello, Marilyn, but I decided I was going to do a live. Why not? You get live me unedited raw. And I decided I was going to open some of the stuff that I brought back from from the convention. And I also, since it's raining, I wanted to take out my tank drum and play a little bit of music for you guys and practice at the same time. So what do you want to see first? Do you want to see the goodies that I brought back from the convention, or you want to hear a little bit of sound? So, sorry, not convention, conference. So on May 5th, earlier this month, I traveled to the Eastern Ontario Homesteading Conference. I met up with some YouTubers, homesteaders, and we assisted some classes there, and we were able to chat with people that was on site. There was vendors there. And every year I try to bring back some stuff for myself. Conference. Okay. So the first thing I did when I arrived, well, the second thing I did, the first thing I did is I squished everyone. It's so hard. The first thing I did is I went to visit a shop. What's it called? Clay and Linen. Every year I go there, and if you didn't see it on my video of the conference, I film her booth. This is homemade clay and linen. She has like some, not to get dirty when you're cooking. And she has bowls, she has plates, but she has beautiful coffee mugs. So this is the one I brought back this year. This is the one I brought back last year. And I'm drinking my coffee in it because this one's dirty. And Hickory Croft Farm, which is, hello, Caitlin. Welcome. So Hickory Croft Farm is a homesteader, a YouTuber, and a friend. And I've been using it, so it doesn't look as pretty, but I lost one of these balls. These are dryer balls for static in your dryer. So my dog or my kids took one, and I was lacking one. So I got myself a wool ball from their, I think it's their sheep. What else did I get? I got some gifts. Some of them are planted, some of them are being washed. So Lynn made me a beautiful cup. Lynn from Bucket List Homestead. It's a transparent mug, coffee mug. It says coffee, tomatoes, and sourdough. So she used 3 powerful words to represent me. Thanks again, Lynn. My husband sneaks that cup once in a while. So it's dirty. So I can't do it, but it's beautiful. I got some plants from Marilyn, her little homestead by the beach, black currant, white currant, and red currant. I got some toothache plants from Me and You Acres Angie. I got some cuttings, elderberry cuttings from Remy. I know I'm forgetting something. Remy from Rem's Family Farm. I also got some lupin seeds from Remy because I want to create a perennial garden for the bees in the spring, because I think lupin is one of the first ones to bloom. But in the gift categories, I got so many gifts this year. It's crazy. I got a wine bottle, which is rhubarb and strawberries. That was simply delicious. And that's also from Remy. Plant-wise, I think that's it. And then Rambling with the Brooms gave me some beautiful stickers. My kids already claimed these. A keychain. I got this wonderful card. So Remy from Rem's Family Farm got these metal cards done. And if you're curious, this is the company that makes it. So it's metal, so you can't bend it. It's really nice. So I told him I was going to show it off. Actually, no. Wait. I don't know. Is it Smash Customs or it's custom vinyl? No, it's not it. It's the first one I showed you. More stickers. More stickers. I got so many stickers. This is mine. And I got, okay, so this is the gifts that I got this year. Thank you, everyone, for the gifts. And then the gifts I made to myself. I bought this turquoise, African turquoise beads. These are for bracelet. These are for medicinal, for healing purposes. And then last but not least, I got Take Charge tea. So I chose this year chamomile, catnip, calendula, and orange peel. And then it says this fresh floral herb blend is soothing, calming, digestive, and muscle relaxant. Take charge of PMS, muscular tension, acidic, digestive issues. It also helps to quiet small children. And there is a charge clear crystals in here. Oh, Remy, you're here. So tell me so that I don't mess up. So, you know your cards that you hand out? This one. Is it this person that made it? Yeah, that's from the conference. Everything I'm showing right now is either gifts I got from the conference or things I got for myself. Yeah, this I got it at the conference. Can you just confirm if you're heard so that I can say the right thing? I did also from a bee place. I had like I think this was a fudge, but that one I can't show you. It's all gone. So this is all the goodies I got from the conference. But I have to say, and I know I said it in my previous video, the gift was actually being there to experiment everything, to be among friends, to be among homesteaders. So I highly encourage you, if next year you're looking to meet up. Yeah, it was the brownies. To meet up and to chat with friends. I think the date's reserved for May 4th next year. So it's the first weekend of May. I'm trying to think if I received more gifts. I think that's pretty much it. I was spoiled rotten with so many hugs, so much love, so much gifts. Last year when I came back, I was a little bit sad because I only had a couple of hours. Yeah, the elderberry, I said it. I can't bring it with me. It's in the grow room right now. Is it you that sent me a message? Okay, no. I know I came back with your cuttings. I know I gave out a lot of stuff. I brought a lot of stuff over with me. But yeah, those are pretty much the wine. The wine was delicious. If ever I can find some here, let me know. Or I'm going to be trying to do rhubarb strawberry liqueur. Also concentrate. So I'm going to do rhubarb strawberry concentrate for juice. And I'm also going to do liqueur. It's not going to be wine, but I'm hoping to I'm hoping to recreate something because that wine was like simply delicious. So I wanted to make a little bit of sound. The live won't be long, but since it's raining outside, I wanted to do this outside, but it's pretty cold. Like I think it's 9 degrees Celsius and the sun's not out. So I'm going to make some healing sounds for you guys. And if you're watching this on replay, don't forget to do a thumbs up for me. And those who are here, let me know if you can hear me with this microphone. If not, I will remove the microphone, the headphones microphone. Can you guys hear me? Or should I try this? Let me know which one is better. Can you guys still hear me? So right now, I don't know if my computer has a microphone. So if someone can tell me right now if you can hear me better, I'll remove the headphones. So I'm guessing that yes means you still hear me. Awesome. So I'll back away a little bit so that you can see the drum. Maybe I should do lives in the garden with all those blooms, all those flowers. Bring a cup of wine and play music for you guys. How's that? I can't read the comments. I have to come closer. Would you like that? If I would do a live outside fire, just chit chat with you guys. How would you? I'm guessing that that's a yes. I have no musical background, so I just let my guts inspire me and my hands guide me, and try to sip something I enjoy, create a little environment for me. I was really hoping to add the rain to this melody. It would have been incredible. Thank you. Are those taxes, HST? Ugh, if that's taxes, I hate that. I'm happy I'm done with my taxes. What are you guys working on right now? Today, I was supposed to sew a lot of stuff, but it's like way too cold and I got wet. Like really, really fast. Oh, I know. Okay. So I guess it's necessary because you're self-employed. But okay, so I'm going to send really good vibes your way so that all of your taxes things get done fast, no issues, everything balances, and you can drink a warm cup of coffee or tea, and enjoy the rest of the day. I haven't done self-employed taxes yet, so I don't know how that is, but I'm guessing one day that will be necessary. No worries. Good afternoon. I just want to quick pop in, say hi to you guys, play a little bit of music, and get to talk to you guys. Also, I do have great news before I let you guys know. I am now brace free, tape free, and I am able to work with my hands. So things are starting to get back to normal. Yesterday, I was able to shovel, compost, and come back to my normal self. So I know I'm being very careful. There is still part of my finger, the injury that I smashed the door on my fingers. Like the end of the finger is still very sensible. Like it feels weird, but I can still do normal stuff. The only thing I'm seeing is that I can't completely bend my finger touching my hand, but I'm gonna let time and do the healing. But I was so happy yesterday. I amended and planted beans, so I have a couple of row of beans sown. I realized that I had space to create new garden beds. I'll be adding peas and beans there. I know I'm a little bit late for peas. It says mid of May, and we're 10 days past midday, mid-May. So I'm sowing peas there, snow peas, snap peas, and shelling peas, and more beans, because I want to can a lot of beans and freeze a lot of peas and shell a lot of peas. But I keep saying this to Annie, I think it's been our motto for a month now. I want to plant this, I want to plant this, I want to do this, I want to do that. But then we're what happens in July when our head is buried in produce and we won't know what to do with ourselves? So now we're planting, and maybe later down the road we're going to be, what the hell was I thinking? But that's what I was working on, sewing, prepping. I wasn't able to I was supposed to destroy and create a new garden bed, but because of all the trees falling and all the workload that required, we can't destroy it. So we patched it up, and we were supposed to create another one. Couldn't do that. It's too late. So I had 14 grow bags available. But we moved a couple. Some ripped. and I was able to salvage, I think, 10. So we created like this garden bed row where the raised bed was supposed to be. So I don't have the actual footage of what I was going to get by creating that raised bed, but at least I have like 10 grow bags. I think they're all 20, 25 gallons. So I'm sure I'll be able to plant long keeper tomatoes in there, or eggplants, or my overstock, because I did decide not to sell my overstock plants. I know my dad lost a couple of his plants, so I might plant everything I have here and just give him whatever didn't fit here. But I want to plant as much as I can so that I can preserve not 12 months this year. I would like to plant 18 months. So that's a lot of beans, a lot of peas, a lot of beets, and like a lot of logistics. So I've been trying to deal with all of that this week. And since my finger's doing a lot better, things are getting done quite fast. I have one raised bed garden left to add compost, amend in Broad Fork. And then I have 5 in-ground rows to Broad Fork, amend with compost, and then that will be my year. And I am trying to convince my husband to utilize a tempo structure that we have. That's like the top part. We don't have it. I would like to create a tunnel with my melons and my winter squash. So this week, we're going to figure out if the structure we have, if we're lacking parts, and if we can make a 12 feet, 16 feet long tunnel. So I'll be utilizing the structure of that tempo structure to create a like this beautiful canopy of squashes and melons. Not sure how exactly I'm going to do that. We still need to figure out if the structure is workable. No, don't worry. I'm not overkilling it. I'm taking breaks, and I'm kind of used now to use my left hand. And when you work in the soil, my soil is so loose, like it doesn't hurt my finger at all. And the cramps in here are gone. But I'm super careful. Like I'm not full on like I used to be before I got hurt. I know that I have to be careful at least for another month. So I do in the morning, like I stretch, I make sure that everything is fine. And if I'm hurt, I don't do anything. Like today, it is very humid outside. So I could have done many things today, but I decided since yesterday was like a very busy day, today I was just going to catch up on sewing some stuff, cleaning up some stuff. So all my seeds, I had so much packages of seeds everywhere laying around in the grow room, in where my plants were, in the kitchen. So I just took everything, put everything, and made a list of what I need for fall. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna plant a second sowing of peas, a second sowing of beans. I'm gonna be playing playing the lottery a little bit to see if I can get like a double batch to make sure that I have at least 18 months of beans. So I calculated that, and I'll be placing a seed order at Rainbow Seeds because after $10 you get free shipping. So I'm going to try again to order from them. First time I enjoyed their products, well, their seeds, so I'm going to do that again. But other than that, tomorrow is another productive day where I'm going to try to at least do 2 in-ground beds and finish one of my raised beds, and then keep the last 3 remaining. Those are going to be the hardest because there's so much weeds in the in-ground garden, the main in-ground garden. That's where I'm probably going to request some help from my kids and say, if you have mommy, I'm going to give you something because it is heavy clay there. So the root systems of the dandelions are quite hard to remove. Sometimes I have to use the shovel to get it out. Same thing with a lot of other weeds. I have to use the shovel to take out all the root system. Did I read everyone? So, Remy, are you done planting all your fruit trees? That's something I have to do. I have like a plan in my head of creating that food forest in the back. I just need to make sure. I'm waiting a little bit because there's still not enough of flowers, and I've left all the dandelions in my food forest where it's going to be before passing the weed eater there. And then I'm just going to take the pots and try to create like this arrangement that's not straight, because usually in the garden everything is straight, everything's in line, everything's organized. But my food forest, I would like it to be like round and like some motions into it. And I am hoping that there's still a little bit of space to add a little like not a waterfall, but like a DIY solar water fountain that can like help the bees, help the what's the name of that bird, that l'oiseau mouche that flies so fast you can barely see the wings. John, planting and moving. No. Hopefully, we will be planting my raspberry canes. Awesome. The structure that I talked about, the tempo structure that I asked, yeah, hummingbird. That's the one I was looking for. I need to relocate one half row of raspberries, and there's like humongous babies in, like, it's right next to my existing greenhouse. I think I have like 20 babies of that variety. So I'm going to need to move it so that I can have the second structure installed. And they're late fruiting. So those are September varieties. So I'm hoping by moving them, because they're very well established canes, I'm hoping that they'll produce fruits. Since they're late producers, I find that they taste even better than the conventional ones that you grow in the main season. So there's always something to do, when you're building a homestead from the ground or from an existing property or from an existing farm. There's always something to do. Hello, Jill. Yes, putting berries. Put some everywhere. Do like Remy. Buy every single type of berry plants you can find in a trio pack and plant everything. No worry. I'm gonna stop the live now. I have to go pick up my son in 10 minutes. So are you working on something special right now, Jill? Before I let you go, you just popped in, so I'm going to chat with you just a little bit. I have so many things to do. Like, I start something, like this happened to me this week. Like I needed to do something, and then to do that some specific thing, I had to go into the grow room, and then I found out something was not right in the grow room, so I added water, and then I came back to something else. My kids asked me something, and then I had to go back, and then I did something else, and then I had to prepare eggs. It's like that. I'm like all over the place. Oh no! Did you start them from seeds? Don't stress yourself too much. In nurseries, you can buy seedlings, or there's probably still onion sets available. I haven't, to be honest, I haven't checked my seedlings. I don't know how mine are doing. Last year, I was able to grow them from seed, get them to a small bulb. This year, I was hoping to have a better success. Oh no! Well, did you plant them? I planted mine on April 30-ish, May 2nd, around there. So planted mine between April 20th and May 10th, I think. Mine are looking okay. There's one that's looking sad. I don't know why. It's the leeks. By seeds. Well, don't beat yourself up. If you're not if you're not where you're supposed to be with your onions, there's still options out there. And like a box for me at the nursery, I think was like $4 or $5, and there's like at least 50 onion seedlings and onion sets. I don't like Canadian Tire still has some. Walmart probably still has some. Did you water them? Did you experience a hard frost? I'm not like absolute expert with onions this year. If I get them to bulb, um, I'm gonna celebrate because like I went in steps. The first goal was to grow them from seeds. I had such a hard time. And then once I've reached that point of seedlings looking awesome and transplanting them outside, I was not on top of things weed wise. I did not realize that they were very, very finicky if there was too much weeds. So this year, instead of planting 5 rows of onions on my 30-inch wide row, I'm planting 3. And I'm hoping that will help. And I use spacing for one of my tools so that I can weed it easier. I should go look, yes, on the water. Not a hard frost, but the next 2 nights. My onions have been exposed to 0 degrees up till 25, and they're looking fine. They don't mind a little bit of cold. Obviously, -10. The green would probably die, and then some of them would probably rot. Some of them will come back up. But I would look at options and learn from this. Like, try to save them if you can't save them, and onions are very important to you. Seedlings are not expensive. Onion sets are a little bit more expensive. What I do when I plant my onions, they're in clusters of 3. I space them, I think, 10 inches apart or 8 inches apart. And I cut them to 4-inch off the ground. So as soon as I planted them, I come with a pair of scissors and I eyeball about 4 or 5 inch and I give them a haircut to like reinforce the seedling. This is like one of the things I do all the time with everything. I try to save it. If it doesn't work, I try to learn from that mistake. And there's still some I still don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's like rhubarb. I still can't grow rhubarb from seeds. I only managed to grow 4 plants of like every year I sow 10 seeds, only half germinates, and then I always end up losing most of the plants. There's only 1 year I was able to grow rhubarb from seed. It's when I sowed them very late, left them outside after the season ended. I planted them and they are humongous. So I still don't know what I did wrong. And then another one that I'm having such a hard time, it's Roselle hibiscus. This year I had 10 seedlings. They looked amazing. And then for a reason they died. Have no idea what I did. Every year they all died. No, this year I have no purchased. It's my seedlings. So I sow them. 4 seeds per plug tray. So I use a 72 plug tray. I put 4 seeds. If there is more than 4 seeds that 3 seeds that germinate, I remove one and like create or just put it in another plug tray that does not have 3. So the goal is to have 3 little seedlings in one plug tray. I give a haircut to my onion seedlings at least once or twice. So once it reached 4-inch when they're inside, I give them a haircut. And then Depending if they grow too tall, I give them a second haircut. And then when I plant them, I give them a second or third haircut to make sure that they're 4 inch off the ground. And I fertilize them, I think it's once or twice with liquid fertilizer. This is how I came up with my operation for onions. And the haircut just before planting, it's the nursery guy that sold me when I used to buy onion seedlings, not sets, seedlings from the nursery. He's the one that suggested after planting to stimulate the bulb part of the onion and to give it a good boost, a good start, to do a little haircut. So I've been doing it every year, every time I plant either seedlings that I've purchased or seedlings I have started in the house. I always give them a little haircut. I hope this makes sense. And also, one thing that I do, I try to make sure that the first week that my seedlings are acclimating, I always make sure that the soil is not dry. Because if the soil is too dry, you're going to lose some of them. So I try to, obviously, Mother Nature, you're at the mercy of Mother Nature. So I try to plant near a raining day. So like yesterday was perfect. I knew that it was going to be raining today. So I sowed beans. And I made sure that the soil was moist. It's been 2-3 days that I've been sowing beets, and like I go and I check if the soil is moist. Okay, fine. I don't water. If the soil looks dried up, I just give a little bit more water to make sure that the seed doesn't dry up. And I knew that it was going to rain. So now that it's been raining most of the day, every single thing I have planted this week, I know that I won't have to water it at least for another week, unless we have like ridiculous 30-40 degrees Celsius, which is not even in the forecast. But I always try to keep a well watered soil, unless it says like that it thrives in dry conditions. But like seedlings are so delicate, I always make sure to give them the ideal conditions so that they can establish their roots. The roots, like, they're in the pot or in a plug tray. So like the roots, I massage them a little bit. I make sure that it spreads, and then I transplant. But like, you need to realize that once you've done that, for the roots to continue doing their progress, they need good water. On a dry soil, they won't be able to do that. Yes, you need to persist. Try to learn. Every year, learn something new. I know that roselle and rhubarb, I still have no idea what I've done wrong. They're part of the family of hibiscus, so maybe I should look how to grow hibiscus from seeds. And maybe they don't like water. Maybe they like a lot of fertilization. Maybe they hate fertilization. The key is to not stop unless like you've tried everything in your power and you're wasting way too much money on it. But I find that it's in failures that you grow more and you learn much more. If I would have stopped after the failures of my first, second, and third year, I would not be talking to you right now. The first year, oh, rhubarb is a heavy feeder. I thought he was a neglected plant. Okay, so knowing that, I'm going to do it differently next year. The first year, I did every single mistake you were not supposed to do. Like, I had vine borers that killed 100 plants. I had some squash bugs. I had the cucumber beetle. I heavily pruned determinate tomatoes when you're not supposed to prune determinate tomatoes. My pepper plants, I transplanted them outside. I think like the Patriot weekend, the long weekend of May. You're supposed to wait at the end of the month of May. Early June is the best so that the nights are at least 20 degrees Celsius. Peppers get stunt if they're exposed to too much cold weather. So I didn't know all of this until I made all the mistakes. And I kept on going and going and going. And now I am in my 6th gardening season in trying to grow a lot of food. So this is a little backstory of my 6 years behind me. Well, now I really have to go because I have to get dressed and go get my son at school. So thanks, guys, for popping in. I hope you love the sound. Again, if you're curious about the tank drums, this is a friend of ours that makes them from upcycled material. This is Tank Drum Earth. He makes them by hand. So if you're curious about it or you have questions, you can put your questions in, when the video ends, in the comment section, and I will answer you guys. Have a wonderful, we're Wednesday, I hope. Have a wonderful Wednesday, and we will chat soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.